Good evening, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Four Cards and Friends. So tonight I've got a kind of a tool. Normally I kind of work on a stamp set, but tonight I'm going to use a tool and show you how to use it in multiple ways. I had done this with an embossing folder, hint, 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 a while back. I think it was called Country Floral. And so it's been a while, and so some of you may have not seen it. And so I wanted to kind of share these cool ideas with you on how to use this fun embossing folder. So we're going to be working on that tonight. So when you pop on, please say hello, tell me where you're from. I would love it if you could share my video with your friends that love crafting all over the world. That's always fun, isn't it? What else should we talk about? We're just going to chit-chat today. I should press the button to make sure I load the Facebook comments. That's always a bonus. How's the weather where you are? We are having a little bit of a blizzard. It kind of looked like Manitoba snow today. Today was the first day I saw snow like Manitoba. Manitoba snow goes sideways, where normally in Canmore it just kind of floats down these big huge flakes, just falls so gently. And so today was like, oh, this wind whipping snow. So, oh, bad memories, I tell you. Hi, Roz. Welcome. It's nice to see you. What have you been working on, Roz? What kind of cards? I have been working on this fun embossing folder that I'm going to show you tonight. And what else have I been doing? The Valentine's Day retreat in a box. I've been working on that. And coming up is the painted poppy card class, which let's see, you have to RSVP by January 17th to make sure you get all your supplies by the card making date, which is January 31st. That's a Friday. And of course, if you can't make that date, it's not a problem because you get to watch the video for an entire year. And so if you pop on late, no worries. You get to kind of watch it whenever you have time. So for me, it's beautiful, but lots of my friends think it's cold. We had windows open. Nice. Must be nice outside. Hello, ladies. We just have a little snow. I want a ton more. What? You want a ton of snow? Come on over. You can take all the snow you want with you. Oh dear. You're playing with your poppies. Oh, I love that set. I absolutely love it. Yes, it's a great set. So let me show you. Hi, Amy. Hi, Karen. It's snowing in Swan River too. Oh boy. Yeah, we got some sideways snow. Manitoba snow, I call it. Oh boy. So here is going to be an example of one of the cards that's going to be in the poppy class. Isn't it pretty? I love these embossing folders, or not embossing folders, that's what I've been talking about all day, in my brain all day. The dies are beautiful, and so yeah, it'll be lots of fun to create, of course. Thanks for sharing, Karen. Thanks so much. Oh yes, yes, yes. Okay, so shall we move on? I see Karma. Hi, Karma. We've got more snow today, and next week it'll be -30s. Yeah, we're supposed to get a cold snap too, Amy. Ugh, I don't love cold snaps, but I would rather have, I think I can handle cold, I just can't handle snow. It's kind of bad. But snow for me, it melts, it makes ice, and then I can't walk on the ice, although I went to my best weight program, and she was telling me that you can actually go to a bike place, and they often put these spikes in fat bike tires, and so apparently they can put these spikes in your shoes. So I am going to be taking my big hiking boots, and I think I need spikes in the bottom of them. And I think that would be a great motivator to get outside and walk. Because in the summer, I'm terrified of bears, but the winter, I'm good to go, minus the ice. So that's going to be my plan anyways. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you. I wasn't going to get the dyes, but of course I changed my mind. Of course. Yeah. Good afternoon, Megan. Welcome. What else? Kathy, gonna relax with you tonight. Husband is still in the hospital. Improving a little. That's good to hear. And I'm praying for lots of improvement for him. That's good. That's what I get for getting a new job. Bad cold weather. Oh, well, I think you're going to be inside, aren't you? You aren't working outside, are you? Hi, Jennifer. Awesome. That's good to know. Hi, Martine. I am doing well. I have chips in the bottom of my boots bought at Mark's. Yes, I have seen those before. I did. And you know, my hiking boots have that brand name Vibram. I don't know. They're meant to be very good on the ice. That's kind of their mantra, I guess. But I still find it's way too slippery. So yeah, I need something more. Hi, Minnie. Nice to see you. All right, shall we get crafting? All right, let's first off show you this beautiful embossing folder that we are going to use tonight. Let me change my screen. Isn't it gorgeous? I put a little piece of black on my paper so that you could see the design behind it. Isn't that beautiful? And it is the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder. It definitely is 3D, lots of different layers. Hello, Crystal. Oh, wow. Hi, how are you? It has been a long time. Oh my goodness. Since my birthday in July? Wow. We're working inside, but I have to take public transit as I don't drive. Yes, there is that. Well, hopefully it'll be all right. It'll be good for you, won't it? Hi, Lisa. All right, so there's this beautiful embossing folder. If you haven't seen it yet, it is in the new mini catalog on page 15, kind of at the bottom here. And the number is 151474. So don't let it, get mixed in with the bundle here. You just, you can focus on that beautiful piece right there at page 15. It's gorgeous. And man, I was playing with it all day today, and yes, I could have kept playing with this. Gorgeous. Yes, isn't it, Karma? Okay, let's get rolling. First card. All I did for this one was I used tone on tone, which means I just did So Saffron and So Saffron with a layer of Whisper White. But can you pick up what I did? Oh, I hope you can get it. I used Wink of Stella on all the raised portions. Just got home from a massage. Oh, nice. It is easy to miss stuff, isn't it, Jill? Ornate frames dies, for instance. Yeah, I wish it would pop up a little nicer. But anyways, trust me, there's Wink of Stella on all the raised portions. And so this stamp set was the, what am I looking for? This one, Honeybee, which some of you I know are going to be getting because you're going to be taking that class with Lisa coming up really soon. Let's see how I use these flowers here for this section and the hello. This is that double-sided reversible ribbon. It's got the pretty peacock and the granny green. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Oh, so glad we can show the darn catalog now, right? Oh, no kidding. And Kathy's on. Hello, hello. Haven't gone for one in a... You haven't gone for a massage in a year? Oh, woman, you are in need. And so on the inside, I stamped those same flowers and use the Thinking of You, Sweet Friends. I'm liking this set. These sayings are great. Could care less about bees, frankly. I mean, they're important. I had a huge garden in Manitoba. I'm all about that. But, you know, for me, it's the sayings. So I love those sayings. Gorgeous. And then here's my envelope. Of course, I jazzed up with those flower stamps. And once again, I just stamped the flower image and the little hello on the front of the card. Okay, so that was So Saffron and Whisper White. But let's change it up and try some new colors and see what happens. Okay, so this time I'm going to use a card base of, does it help with the black on the back, or does it drive you nuts? Amy, you have never gone for a massage. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, man. I don't think I could move without them. My neck would be constantly kinked. Oh, goodness. Americans, I cut an extra honeybee kit. Oh, up for grabs, 20. Oh, wow. Nice. So petal pink for our card base, I decided. And then I'm going to use a layer of Whisper White. You notice my Ukrainian self. I cut out my little my little stitched shaped circle there. Because I know I'm going to be putting a layer over top. And there's my Flirty Flamingo layer. They kind of look neat together, I thought. Hi, Darcy. So, you know, I wouldn't have thought of Petal Pink and Flirty Flamingo, but they actually kind of go nicely together. So I'm excited to do this. Okay, so let's check out, get our big shot here. I'll show you. So I cracked my my plate, but I tell you, it's been working great. I just stick it, you know, through like so, and away she rolls. Oh, okay, just wait. Oh, yeah, Bud wants under. Did Bud want under? Okay, you can seat together. All right. Okay, there you go. Good girly. I know he's a little pushy, isn't he? Bud likes to go under the blanket. I'm an honorary American. No, go ahead, do it. Go for it, Lisa. All right, so crack this. But I'm still using it. Not just Ukrainians. There you go. So for this one, the 3D embossing folders, you actually take out all the plates except for this bottom piece. And I don't know, I need to use this blue embossing folder. It's kind of a little bit thinner than the two, but a little bit thicker than the shim that goes in there. Makes sense to cut from the layers, doesn't it? Oh, those Bud noises, yeah, I know. That was Indy being a little grumbly because Bud was trying to get under the blanket and she was laying on the blanket. So I went, because Indy barks so much still, we've tried everything. So now I went to the pet store and I got, so you saw, sorry, how I sandwiched that together, just the embossing folder and then the blue piece. So I went to the pet store today and I'm like, do you have one of those, you know, barking collars? Your pet looks very similar. No interest in this set until you talked about those things. Right, I know, they're neat. So the barking collars, of course, the smallest we could get was 9 inches around. Well, Indy's way smaller. Went to look, oh, Aw. Hope she doesn't find her. Yeah. Hi, Barbara. Oh, it's nice to see you. That's awesome. So there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Done the pattern there. Gorgeous. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so the next step we are going to do tonight on this card is I'm going to use some Wink of Stella on these raised portions. So I'm just going to rub it on here on these little round parts. I'm not really being that picky. When you first put it on, it seems dark, but then it settles down, I guess, when it dries. So anyways, got this, the bark collars were way too big, so that wasn't gonna work. So I'm like, do you have a whistle? Do you like, that makes a nasty sound for dogs or something else? So he, no, they don't have anything. So then I got out this, it's kind of like a blowhorn, except it's, it just kind of makes this loud hissing noise, almost like a cat, or it's just a different kind of sound. And so I got it, and every time she starts barking, and so I think it's working, because every time she does a little bark, I go over to get the can, this blue thing, and she stops. So hopefully this will start to work, and all she'll need to do is see that can and she'll remember, oh yeah, don't do that, don't bark. Hopefully. We really need to get her in puppy classes, but they don't have any here. So we would have to drive all the way to the city, which is kind of a pain in the butt. And they're in the evening, which is, I guess, okay, but just, you know, driving on the highway late at night, and it's about 45 minutes away, and it's winter, so the roads aren't always fabulous, but oops, I missed a few over here. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just going over top of the raised portions. Oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. That embossing folder is too pretty to... Hi, Mary. Mary Ellen. I don't think I've met you before. Welcome. I bet this folder looks amazing sponged. First, a rustic vintage feel. You might see that later on. You need to stay in Canada for a while longer. Next week we're supposed to get below zero. Oh, wow. Take an empty can or bottle and put some coins. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Roz. And that I can afford, because this sound runs out after a while. Great idea. I like that. I should have asked on here before I went shopping. Okay, I think I've just got the center left, and that's good. So I don't know if you can see I think you can see it when it first goes on, that it's a little bit darker. You don't get to see the shimmer, which is a bummer. But anyways, we used to squirt water at the dogs until they decided that's what she did. We used to squirt the water bottle at her, and then she thought it was fun, and she'd open her mouth and want you to squirt her in the mouth. It's like, no. Yes, consistency is the key, Crystal. I know. The husband isn't always so, consistent. Anyways, hello, Kim. We are talking about Indy and her barking. Yes, Roz, have you? Oh, you've done the pennies thing too. Oh, I'll have to try that. That's wonderful. Okay, so there we go. With this layer, I'm just going to set it aside because we're going to decorate this little stitched shape here. Oh, did I put away the flower? Oh, sheesh. Now, I got that stamp set out because I showed you, and I put it where? anybody have this embossing folder? Give me some hearts if you've got this one. I'm going to take this away because I know I'm going to stamp off this a little bit, and that's what our big dogs did. Oh, yes. We don't have to spray anymore. When Frankie sees a spray bottle, he's off. Yeah. That was my hope too. But no, she wanted to play with it. Little turkey. Okay, so I'm using Petal Pink with this flower stamp from the Honeybee set. This one. And then I've got Hello, which is also in that set. And I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo just to make it a little bit darker. Ooh, yeah, like it. And then I'm going to go back with the Petal Pink and this little stamp here. And let's add a few more flowers to kind of fill up that space. There, cute. And of course, you know, we've got, you know, the flowers. We might as well add Wink of Stella to them too. That's what happened to two of our dogs. Then we had other dogs who loved being squirted. Not yet, LOL. Maybe it will find its way into my carts. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna add my Wink of Stella on these flowers here because I like Wink of Stella. There can never be too much Wink of Stella. All right, now we can start assembling. So this was my original card here. Let me just put it beside me. Petal Pink. Then I'm going to have a white layer, which I put over here. Now, because this embossing folder is so bumpy, I would use liquid glue, but guess what? I'm actually all out because I use so much. I know, miracles never cease, I tell you. So instead, I'm going to use tear and tape. That's what I used to use back in the day. Takes a little longer than the liquid glue, as I'm learning. I'm learning the merits of it now, I tell you. So just rip and tear. But yeah, because it's so bumpy, you want to make sure, you know, the surface is stuck and doesn't come off. Snail just kind of doesn't do it right. You just need a little more tack than the snail provides. Otherwise, you'll probably sense that, you know, it'll start lifting after a while. So I just burnish it with my fingernail. That helps in the taking the tape off. Tear and tape's I think $9.50. It's not very expensive, and it lasts a long time. It's great also for when you're doing 3D projects like boxes or little fun projects. One of which is going to be in the Valentine retreat in a box. Okay, so this is just a teeny tiny white layer that's behind there. Sounds like Jen's addicted to the green glue. You know, it's really grown on me. Gary can't figure out why we need so many different types of adhesive. Oh, yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so I've got this. I would say it in whatever that language is, but I'm not even going to try. Organdy striped ribbon. Because I think it'll, you know, tie in the Petal Pink layer. So I want to put my bow off to the side here. So I'm just wrapping it around and giving it a tie. Whichever direction you pull the knot is how it's going to stay. So make sure when you pull it, that's how you like it. Let me get my scissors to cut some of this off. Like so. Okay. Now I'm going to slide that down just a tad. Or not. Maybe not. Okay. And I'm just going to place this little piece over top like so, but I'm going to use dimensionals. don't worry about what we're doing, Gary, right? That ribbon's your all-time favorite? Yeah, it's a nice one. It's so pretty. It's so feminine. It's beautiful. Men also don't know why we need more than one purse. Men, please. You have more than one purse, Lisa? I guess I'm an oddball. I'm one purse, and when the straps are falling off or something's falling off and I can't, carry it around anymore, then I get a new one, usually from the secondhand store because I am cheap. Yes. All right, there we go. Here's my little hello. I think it's screaming for pearls. Actually, I think I put the pearls in another box, but maybe I didn't. Weird. Well, I can always use something else if I can't find them. There's these pearls. Let's use these pearls. Our last 4 in the package. Thanks for sharing. He actually sits at my table sometimes and does his paperwork or helps make cards. Oh, wow. That's so nice. Mine runs as far away as possible. Okay, let's put one big one there. Come with me. One big one there like I did the other one, and I think I'm going to do a little small guy right in the center here. Should I put one there? One last one. Maybe down here. Yeah, kind of makes a ooh. And I'm done. You can't even carry a purse, right? I'm starting with my Stampin' Up! Backpack. I know what to get Jen for her birthday now, right? Kevin always tells me, why don't you get a Louis Vuitton purse? I'm like, you could feed a small village for, the amount you pay for those purses. No, my priorities are elsewhere, thank you. Crafting supplies, hello. I have bought several, oops, I feel this come off. Several purses at secondhand stores. I have found some brand name ones for dirt cheap, right? High five. That's right. Yellows are always my favorite, but I really like the pinks too. I know. I was kind of pleasantly surprised at this color combo. I quite like it. I love Flirty Flamingo. I didn't at the beginning. I didn't like Petal Pink either, but honestly, Petal Pink kind of goes with so much. All right, look at those. Aren't they pretty? Just soft and subtle and elegant and pretty, and how simple. Now, I did an insert already for this one, so I stamped the flower in the corners in Petal Pink, and then I did Thinking of You, Sweet Friend, which also comes from this bee set. Right there. What a great sentiment. You can use that for anything. And then I flicked on some little dots. I don't know if you can see. Just make it a little bit whimsy. I bought Louis Vuitton purse at the pawn shop for $60. Wow. I think that's the most I ever spent on a purse, $60. Here's our moments here. So I found this little purse that I absolutely loved, and it was like eons ago. And it was at no, it wasn't, at Polo Park in Winnipeg. So I saw this purse and I just loved it. But it was, what was it? $80. No, it was $60, yes. And I'm like, there's no way on God's green earth I am paying for $60 for a purse. Are you nuts? And so anyways, I just left it. I'm like, that's all right. Somebody else can buy this beautiful purse for $60, but it won't be me. And then a year later, I was in Winnipeg I had knee surgery and was in the mall. And I thought, I'm just going to go look in the same store and see if, see what they've got. My purse was still there. So I figured it was kind of a you know, a sign after a year later. My purse was still there. It was still $60, but I decided it's fate. It's meant to be mine. So I got myself the $60 purse, and I still have it. And I'll have to show it to you someday, but I'll post a picture of my purse. It's a cute little suitcasey kind of purse, and I now house my my sprocket. That's what it's called. My sprocket for my Happy Planner pictures. It prints out little stickers. So I think you're right. Petal Pink isn't a great star, but it's a fantastic co-star. I bought my $250 guest purse for $20. Wow. I'm being bad and Gary is watching. Some like it hot while I'm having fun here. I thought you said you licked some dots. Guess it was flicked. No, yeah, I didn't lick any dots. May seem like I've licked something, but no. All right, I'm curious. What is your favorite, yellow or pink? And then we will move on to the next card. So we're voting. The yellow or the pink? What's your favorite? This stuff in the box. Get it out of my hair. So this was the first one. Add a little Wink of Stella to those raised portions. We've got a pinker. Do you like your sprocket? I've thought about getting one, but unsure. I do like my sprocket. I haven't used it in a while. I used to use my Happy Planner a whole lot more than kind of how I use it now. So I don't print off a whole lot, but yeah. Oh, thank goodness. I thought that was going to be the saddest purse story I ever heard. I know, I'm kind of a grumbler and complainer, and usually my stories end up being bad. Pink, pink, pink. Yellow, pink, yellow, yellow, both pink, yellow, pink, and she loves that ribbon. So there's a little mixture. It's kind of neat. Yellow, but pink is cute too. Nice. Thank you for sharing your opinions. I hope that gives you ideas on how to jazz up your little embossing folders. And of course, if you don't have this one, you need to get it. Okay, here's the next version. It is to use the embossing folder on your designer series paper. So the last time I used it on cardstock, but let's use it on our DSP because it just adds that little extra something to the paper. All right, and this one I used, this stamp set I used was Timeless Tropical, and I used those palm trees. I used Gray Granite, Whisper White, and this paper is actually from the Painted Poppies. I can't get enough of the paper, I tell you. Rest and relax, you deserve it. So that came from here as well. And this is that Sahara Sand and Night of Navy, I think it's called Twine. Can't remember. And then I just kind of faintly stamped those trees there. And then on the envelope, I stamped the trees. And then I stamped hello and it was crooked. So I'm like, So I just kept stamping hello in different directions to kind of make it look like it was kind of intentional. And then I saw here, whoops, can't do much about that, so we're moving on, and that's just the way it's going to work. Okay, so that was how I embossed that layer, but I figured, okay, Valentine's Day is coming up. Let's emboss some Valentine's paper because it's beautiful and make a card that's Valentine's-y. Okay, so I'm going to use Blushing Bride. Wow, super stunning. I adore it. Thank you. Oh, somebody said it was a tie. Good evening, Jen. Got some pretty special happy mail. Yay! Isn't it stunning? Yes. I'm glad you got your mail, Sue, and welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so a layer of Whisper White, and then I've got this designer series paper. Now, I originally thought that I would use the red side because it wasn't so busy. Then I kind of liked the heart side. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the heart side. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to get out my tear and tape. Once again, you can use your liquid glue. That works well. So don't be afraid to use your embossing folders on the DSP or your pattern paper. It'll just add a little something. It kind of takes your card to the next level. There's a little something there that's a little extra special. The poppies, I have to say, it reminds me of Remembrance Day every time I look at it. Yes. Speaking of Happy Mail, did you receive my card? I don't think so, Amy. I will have to check. That sweet jumped into my card yesterday. I know, right? I think the thing has legs. Then Clint and I went to copy culture because there were poppies on the wall. Oh, and there were poppies on the wall paintings. Nice. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And that class is coming up. RSVP by January 17th to get in on the online class, which will be happening on January 31st. But like I said at the beginning, if you can't make it to that class, no problem. You can always watch the video for up to a year after the after we post the live. So, you know, hop on and make your cards 6 months from now if you want. Okay, lots of tear and tape. Now I'm going to place it on my Whisper White layer. And this layer's a little bigger so I can be a little more, have a little more of an edge around the outside. Okay, then as you can see, it's the same paper, but I cut out a stitched, nested, oh shoot, I thought I had this figured out, stitched nested label die from that. And then of course these doilies are gorgeous. Love them. And then I stamped myself the Happy Valentine's Day from Heartfelt. Beautiful set. I love it. I'm not normally a Happy Valentine's kind of type person, and I normally don't really want to buy the Valentine set, but like I've said many times, those sayings I will use throughout the year. It's not necessarily Happy Valentine's-y, so I like it. Okay, and then I've got my ribbon here. What is this called? Double stitched satin ribbon in real red. So I think I'm going to do that first. Just going to put a little bow, or a knot, I suppose, over on this side. I'm missing comments. Let's go back here. I don't think Canadian mail like me. None of your Canadian mail has arrived. Really? It is slow. I will give it that. That's no good. And I'm sure it would have cost you a fortune to send it too. Hopefully it's just slow. Yes, and the poem about Flanders Fields, right? Yes. You said that, yeah, to Clint. I am taking the class. Yay, Sue. My stamps and dies arrive tomorrow. Awesome. I've seen the puppy cards. You want to take this class. The poem was written by a Canadian. Yes. I'm thinking about sending Valentine's this year. Me too. Me too. I'm going to send them around the condo. Little friendship Valentines, right? It'll be like, you know, back when you're in school. Okay, so I'm going to lay this over top. I think I want to move this bow just a tad. A little more to the left. There. Perfect. And dimensionals, nah. I should probably use tear and tape though, because, yeah, I felt the same way, Jen. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, they were every day. Well, back when I was single, oh boy, Valentine's Day, I wore black and I was a grump. And then Kevin came along and, well, he was nice to me when we were dating. I got flowers, we went for supper, you know, it was just lovely and romantic. Now, if I want flowers, I have to buy them myself. Although I must say, Christmas, he did awesome. He went and bought all sorts of things. I haven't had gifts in a long time, and he went and ordered up stuff online for me, and I was incredibly impressed. Never thought to use DSP with the embossing folder. Good! I'm glad this is an idea for you. Someone is enjoying your parcel. Shame it's not you. I know. I still am holding out hope. I got your Christmas card. Awesome! Yeah, I sent out a bunch of Christmas cards and a gift to the US, and the American got the mail, but the Canadians haven't. Weird. Embossing on DSP. Never thought of that either. Good. RE4 and Iron making pizza boxes with the sweet for his preschool friends, and teachers are filling them with goodies. Oh, how nice. That's a perfect treat for a Valentine for a teacher. Okay, so there's my piece I glued down. Now I'm going to put this little heart over top. These little doilies, which will come in your Valentine's retreat in a box if you so order that up, but you won't get the whole package because that might be a little excessive, right? So we split it up and we, share it. I'm going to use some dimensionals. Great thing about this hearts stamp is that I used the punch to punch that out, which is wonderful. Then you don't have to cut. There we go. Here's my little Valentine. All right, now let's layer this onto our Blushing Bride. That's a color I don't use very often. So I was kind of happy to get it out today. So there we go. There's this little Valentine. And then for the inside, what I thought was I would use, what's happening here? Glue dots. There's this simple little stitched heart. I know, good job on Christmas. And he even asked Lisa Hardin for some advice on which necklace he should get from Magnolia. I was thoroughly impressed, and she picked an awesome one. My son got me an air fryer for Christmas. Air fryers are great. We love ours too. But there's how I decorated the side of the inside. The insert. Yeah, we use our air fryer a lot. Especially with this keto business. We have to cook so much, not meat, but it keeps it exciting. All right, so here's my envelope. Wee little hearts on the front. And then on the back side, I used that same kind of heart that I used on the inside on the flap. So there we go. So I'm curious. Now where did I put my old one here? They're totally different. Totally different. But which do you prefer? I'm going to say pink or blue. Now, I'm not sure if I should send Valentines, if they are going to get lost in the mail. Oh, Amy. The amount of times that they get lost is not very often, right? But it does happen for sure, but which is incredibly frustrating. But it's kind of like flying in a plane, right? Most times you're going to be totally fine, but there's the 1 or 2 chances you're going to crash. What a bad analogy, I know, but anyways, you get the point. You use your Instant Pot a lot. Yeah, we've got that too. Yeah, Kevin uses it all the time. He's actually gone to town to get some ingredients to make some soup. So I'm excited about that. Ooh, I love the insert for the Valentine's Day card. Okay, so we got Valentine's blue, both. Flip. I got a kalimba kalimba. What's a kalimba? I don't know. Blue, apples and oranges can't compare. Yeah, I agree. Pink hearts, both for different reasons. Both. It's a tie. Blue, not a Valentine's kind of girl. No worries. Blue, but I don't like. But I like both. I have to say both. Lots of boths. I agree. That one was a kind of a hard one to decide because they are so different. It's one thing for one or two to get lost in the mail, but all of them is weird. It is, yeah, it is kind of strange. But Martine likes the Valentines. All right, moving along. Let's go on to card number 3. Now this time, I ran the embossing folder. This is what Amy was talking about before. Ran the embossing folder through, or the white through the embossing folder, and then I used my dauber to just kind of rub against the top portions and add a little bit of color. And this one is, I wanted something super soft, so it was soft sea foam. What's an Instant Pot? You guys don't have those there? Oh man, it's a 7-in-1 meal contraption. It's a rice cooker, it's a yogurt maker, it's you can fry your food right in it. It's kind of like a crock pot idea. Do you have crock pots there? So it's crock pot, or what's the other name for it? Anyways, it happened to me too. The post office said it was something with the post box they were put in. Whole boxes get misplaced sometimes. Ugh, that's frustrating. So this stamp set, I love this set. This one I keep grabbing for. This Peaceful Moments from the new catalog. Love these sayings, love the fonts, absolutely love. So wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. Like that could be could be Christmas, birthday, anniversary, wedding, I don't know. Could be all sorts of things, right? And then there again, I just emboss the flap of the envelope and rub the color on there. Pressure cooker, yes. There we go. My mom uses it as a pressure cooker, yes. I took mine to the post office. Wow, not sure if we have them. I'll have to check that out. Yes, it's a miracle worker, that thing. It's crazy how you can put like soup or make soup. You throw all your ingredients in and then boom, in 7 minutes it tastes like it's been simmering on the stove for hours. It's pretty incredible, that thing. Okay, so this go around, I'm going to use Rococo Rose as my background layer. And then I'm going to have a layer of Whisper White and another layer of Rococo Rose, which I already embossed. And then that stitched nested label die. And then I have I think it's the third largest oval from the Stitched Shapes dies. And then of course I've got this beautiful polka dot tulle ribbon. So this is how we're going to assemble this. But before I put this piece on, the last time I used Whisper White and I inked it up with the color. This time I thought, okay, I'm going to try something just a tad different, and I'm going to use Rococo Rose, and I'm going to use Rococo Rose on top of the color. So we'll see. I'm going to head to bed. Need to return to hospital early. Yes. Thanks for taking my mind off things tonight. Yes, we'll be praying for you. You are definitely all about pink tonight. Apparently, right? I used mine once, sold it. Thought we lived in fast enough paced world without back to oven, really. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm just taking my dauber and just going to just lightly kind of rub over top, and it's just going to hit the raised portions. So pretty. So neat how it highlights those popped up bits. Makes them stand out a little more. What do you think? Isn't that nice? Okay, I think we're good to go. Pretty, pretty. Oh, I'm gonna leave this open because I want to use that same saying on the little piece here. So, wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. So I'm using Rococo Rose on Rococo Rose. See how it goes. Oh dear. Poet did not. Boo-boo. Flip over. Magic of paper. Love doing this technique. Very nice. Makes the embossing pop, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, let's concentrate here. Even pressure. Boop. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, on the back, I'm going to put some snail. And I'm going to use this beloved thread, the silver thread. Might as well add a little something behind. Woohoo! Want that rolling off the table, or Indy will have lots of fun with it. Let's move it around a little. Okay, let's just tuck that. Let's go over here, that end, and let's just tuck this end in. It's kind of, it's extremely whimsy, but it will do. Hello, Pam. Nice to see you. Elisa, hello. I didn't get a chance to say hello to you too. Let's go with our dimensional and pop this up. Just get a new set. Are you a type of person that needs to go in a row, or do you just pick from all over? My upline likes hers in a row. Okay, now I'm just going to place this over top of this nested label die, like so. Let's add our tear and tape to this layer. I love that you can have it, you know, as the raised side up, or, you know, even the inverted side could be up. I think it's a 2 for 1. Probably good. Okay, give it a little rub with my fingernail. You can also use the back of a spoon. You can also use a bone folder. By the time I find my bone folder, my nail has already done the trick. With the liquid glue, it wouldn't press the kind of raised image at all, like this tear and tape might if you press a little too hard with your fingernail, right? So there is that to think about. But okay, I'm placing this on the Whisper White layer, and it's got some sticky in the middle, which is great, and the rest I'm just going to put my snail on and put it onto that Rococo Rose background. Lovely. Now, before I put this layer on, I want to add that ribbon, so I'm just going to put some snail up the center and kind of lay it down from the tip to the tip. And once again, let's go this direction again. I like when you use this polka dotted tool onto darker colors because then it definitely shows up so well. Get my little snips here. And let's cut them down a little bit so they're not quite as ragged. And I think I'm going to pop this layer up too because those dimensionals will help kind of get in the grooves there of that embossing folder better than say snail or not. I could use tear and tape over top, but it might take off that ribbon. Start in the middle and pick randomly in a row. Jill Peterson has to go in a row. It's funny. I love to annoy her by taking from the middle. Oh, you're one of those little pests, are ya? I just got my big ones in half. My minis are taken off in a row. Funny. So there we go. There's a little pink version. And for the insert, I decided to do it as a birthday card. So I stamped Happy Birthday, which also comes from that Peaceful Moment set. Gorgeous. I love the font. And then I had a little with the ink. And so what I thought was, okay, I'm just going to get a piece of Whisper White and I'm going to run it through with the embossing folder and then glue that on. And then let's glue that insert to the inside. Like so. There's the outside. And for the envelope, all I decided to do was just have this, I think I'm just going to leave it white. So I embossed the flap of the envelope. What an easy way, right? To add a little pizzazz. So there you go. There is our Rococo Rose version versus soft seafoam. Which do you prefer? I think I like the soft seafoam, to be honest. I think I used a different size of emboss or of stitch nested die, label die too. I think that maybe makes it a little different. This is more soft and calm. This is more bright and bold, I suppose. All right, so you guys can vote on that. And then this last technique is lots of fun, but it's messy. Green's your favorite color. Both the rose, the seafoam. Oh, Rococo Rose. Green, rose, pink, white. Both are pretty, but you like the seafoam. Pink, rose. Lots of pinks. Both. All right. Yeah, it's funny how we all have our, preferences, right? So neat. Okay, so give that idea a try. Next time you're using an embossing folder, jazz it up a little. Okay, last card. This is another tie as they both have their places, yes. Check this out. Isn't that cool? Lovely. So I used, once again, congratulations from this Peaceful Moment set. And there's that fun ribbon here. The Sahara Sand, I forget what it's called. Woven threads, can't remember. And then of course the stitched rectangle dies. This is, I have a bug here. Good old plants in my room here. We've got those sticky strips. We've sprayed them down, but there's, I don't know, those little fruit fly things multiply like crazy. So, Balmy Blue is what I used here. And then these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. That comes from that same stamp set. Hey, I lost a jewel. I had 3. Anyways, for the envelope, for that one, I used, there again, I just ran it through. I think we are following each other today. Yeah? All right, so that was the blue color. But this time, what I thought I would try is very vanilla. I'm envisioning in my head that it'll be kind of like an antique look. Got him, I think. An antique-ish kind of look. So with very vanilla, crumb cake, and the very vanilla. So we'll see how it turns out. So for this technique, you need your ink pad, and you need your embossing folder, and you need to find the side, well, it's actually the side with the Stampin' Up! Logo that is inverted. Okay, so you need to find that side. You're going to take your ink, and you can either dab or you can rub, but I find with rubbing it leaves streaks. So if you just kind of dab on there, the ink, it's gonna look pretty, like so. I just kind of mainly need it more in the center because this piece is quite small. And then I'm going to lay my very vanilla piece. You see that line there? I'm going to try and work with that line. Okay, and let's close this up like so. Get back my big shot. Now my blue, here it is, shim here, blue plate. There we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm always so excited. It's like heat embossing. When you emboss something, it's like, oh, it's exciting every time. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Wow, look at that. Oh, you can. I love how you can see all the nooks and crannies, and that, you know, makes the background and the forefront pop like crazy. Oh, that looks so antique and so neat. I love it. Love it. I'm glad I tried it. Okay, so I'm going to put this onto the crumb cake layer, just to kind of be like a little mat. So let's get out our tear and tape again. Guess what we found in the stores? Keto ice cream. We actually went to a keto restaurant on the weekend in Calgary. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. He's got these, they're called lean backs. They're kind of like eclairs, and they're only 1.5 carbs each. We thought we had died and gone to heaven. They were quite divine, so delicious. So we will be back there. And then we also found at Safeway, we had keto ice cream, and that was quite divine too. So you never know what you're going to find in the grocery store. Let's put this in the center there, like so. Oh, I love that. I almost want to frame it. Let's get the snail on this layer and place it onto the very vanilla layer. The card base, I should say. And then there again, I use that same, ooh, I like how this is in the, a little more in the center, so I think I'm going to place the congratulations more in the center. So there's that little trim and the congratulations. Oh, I already got the dots on here. I think I was ready to roll this one. I like it. I like it. Pretty. So elegant. Here's my pearls. I knew I had gotten out a new package, but okay, let's go with the small ones. Again, let's just, I'll just stick it like that. One, let's do 3, 2, 3. Gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Wow, that's a stunner. Did I put that on straight? No. That's better. All right, and then for the inside, I want to stamp that same saying. I don't really need an insert because this is nice and light. So these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. That on the inside, like so. And you know, I'm just going to, but I don't have the dauber. The dauber is in my poppy box behind me here, holding all the items that are available, all the winning items. If you purchase $60 worth of things from me, you get to pick a number on one of the boxes, and whatever is inside is yours. They all are they all have prizes, and they're all winners. So that's how I like life. Love doing this technique too. Good, it turned out great. Beautiful. Let's try this again, as it did not turn out well the last time. No, maybe try the dabbing thing. Maybe that'll help. Hi, Sandy. That trim is gorgeous, isn't it? Love to do this technique too. Late to the party, no worries. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning. Yeah, I like it. So I'm curious, which do you prefer? Blue or the brown? On this one, I put the pattern a little off-centered, which I think is fun, but then I like the antique look of this. So if I was to choose this layout, but put it with the brown, would be mine. I don't know, blue or brown? Decisions. Crumb cake. Brown. Oh, we got a brown, both. Crumb cake, brown, both, but brown takes the edge, right? It's just, oh. I like it. It is antique looking, isn't it? It's gorgeous. So if you haven't tried this with your embossing folders, give it a try. Ink them up, but remember, make sure you're rubbing on, or rubbing onto the inverted side, so that it's flat and then the pattern is inverted. Ah, we got a blue. Both. Love all your cards tonight. Great live. Brown, couldn't remember the color. Can't decide. Love them both. Okay, so I like them. I didn't want to keep going because I probably, I kept you over an hour, but I did want to show some other examples that I made, how I did this. Look at this. This is, is vellum. So I ran the embossing folder through vellum. Isn't that pretty? Just this kind of this soft, subtle kind of look to it. I like it. And I was kind of worried about how in the world was I going to attach this, but the circles kind of hide it. a little bit there. So it worked out all right. I like it. How do you emboss the flap of the envelope? Do you want me to show you? Okay. Oh, my arm is sore. My fibro has been on the fritz for the last week and a half, and I have about had it. Okay, so here's my shim, here's that. I'm doing it upside down because I've totally worn this edge off. Whoops, because it wasn't so straight all the time. Okay, so here's my envelope. Oh, I'm gonna have to wipe off my embossing folder, or should I? Yeah, I better. Okay, so we use a baby wipe for this because it's pretty messy. I think I got it off. Okay. A little dry a little bit. Thanks so much. Love spending part of my Wednesday with you. Oh, thank you. You love it. Yes, I have one more card to show you after this. It's with another kind of idea. Okay, so I take my envelope flap and I kind of close it. Oops, let's go this direction. See a little brown, but that's all right. Well, just a bit. Oh, there's some there too. Snuck out. Okay. So I just put the flap, it's hard to see here, flap. And then the pattern kind of starts, I don't know if you can see how there's this little ridge here. So I place the crease mark where that little ridge is, where the pattern kind of starts. That's where I put the crease of the envelope. So I just, oh no, I have to take these out now. Okay, so I'm putting this just onto the layer here, and then my blue. Here, put that over top. And then crank it through. There you go. Just like that. Neat, hey? So easy to add a little excitement to your envelopes, right? Okay, let's put this down and I'll show you the last card that I need. I got out the copper foil. Woo! Isn't that neat? So I embossed copper foil, and that looks pretty darn stunning. There's my poppy. So I used the same technique that I did on Monday, where I used my daubers to add some ink, some color, some random kind of layers, and of course emboss the thanks with the gold. And there we go. And then on the inside I just put a little faint poppy. But you know, how nice is it with the copper foil and all the other foils that you could use, you know, to jazz that up. It looks like tin tile, but I love it. All right, so once again, if you don't have this embossing folder, I think you're gonna want that, right? So it's down here on page 15 of the new mini catalog. If you live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator working with you, I would love to help you out and send you one of these catalogs. It's great for ideas. They have lots of, you know, pictures and different placements of things and whatnot. So that beautiful embossing folder that we have used this evening is right there on page 15 at the bottom. Only $14. And look at all the ways that you can use it, right? Inverted, upside, and all these fancy extras that you can do to it to make it really exciting. All right, so if you haven't joined my newsletter yet, you'll want to, because every time I do a Four Cards and Friends live on Wednesday night, the products that I have featured go on for 10% off until Sunday, the following Sunday. So, which means this embossing folder you're going to be able to get for an extra 10% off, just my own little deal. And of course, there's the celebration time right now, which is the best time of the year. And so, of course, if you spend $60, you get to pick some items from the celebration catalog for free. I love myself. See, free, earn free products. And so I know you're going to want to spend $60 plus. Remember that box over there? That one, you get to pick a number between 1 and 25, and whatever prize is in there, you will earn. So every box is a winner. You'll find out what you've won. Come April, we're going to have a celebration, and everyone will get to see what everybody's won. So I'm excited for that too. So since Stampin' Up! Was giving away all these free items, I figured I need to do the same. So thank you, ladies, for popping by today. You are a highlight of my week. You guys are always so much fun. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yes, my necklace that pokes me all the time. Oh, that was backwards. Whoops. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this gives you some new ideas to try. And if you've already tried them, maybe this is a reminder to give it another go. Maybe with some other embossing folders. Who knows? All right, ladies, have a wonderful evening, and I will see you back here Monday, 10 a.m. for the Creative Escape. Bye.